The psychedelic experience without the use of any drugs.
The Army veteran who co-founded Reality Center says they are already saving lives, and Christina Pascucci checked it out and joins us now live with the full recap. Christina.
Good morning to both of you. Well, when you enter the Reality Center, you might see CEOs, athletes, or celebrities who are there on any given day. The first thing you have to do is fill out a medical form, and then your experience begins. And trust me, as you're about to see, you'll be in for quite a ride. Now, before we show you this story, we want to warn you that there are a lot of flashing lights, so just beware if you're sensitive to that.
Light, sound, and vibration synchronized together.
Wow. Welcome to the Reality Center. The hour-long, non-drug, psychedelic-like therapy session starts here by analyzing the frequency of your voice.
We can predictably and safely take people into these peak experiences without the need for drugs. Visualize your happy place. Somewhere where you just feel free, where you feel safe.
My happy place is anywhere where I'm immersed in Mother Nature. I love the ocean. I dream of going to outer space.
We believe that the human body is an instrument and determine the specific vibrations which exist as you're speaking about the things that make you happy, the things that light you up. So we would use the most prominent frequencies in your voice as you're talking about what makes you feel good, and then we'll generate this personalized audio meditation.
The first room really sets the tone for what will happen next, which is when the treatment gets really intense.
Modern mental health is they're looking for what's wrong with you and trying to fix it. At the Reality Center, we're looking for what's right with you and trying to amplify it.
That's Reality Center co-founder Jonathan Chia, who says after returning from war, he tried to self-medicate.
I'm an Army combat veteran, and I spent 15 months in Iraq, and I lost about 16 of our guys over there in 15 months of intense fighting. But once we got back, even more to drug overdose and suicide, including both of my best friends with a needle in their arm within 1 year of being back.
His friend, Reality Center co-founder and former event creator Tarun Raj introduced Chia to Reiki. They joined forces with Benji Tucker, who's an indigenous entrepreneur and activist, and neuroscientist Don Estes, whose theory of sensory resonance says the body's nervous system can be reset by synchronizing what you see, feel, and hear. The goal, to address the mental health crisis plaguing Los Angeles.
25% of those people on the streets that are homeless in Los Angeles are veterans. Since we've opened, we've treated over 300 veterans. Good job.
This is the wave table, a fluid-filled mineral bed meant to emulate the human body. Whoa. Suddenly, I see a rainbow of vibrant fractal light images as I'm showered in sound and vibration.
I'm already having emotion arise.
Yeah, and this is alpha brainwave state. So you walked in here at alpha brainwave state, and so we use alpha for about 8 minutes. Then it basically overrides your thinking brain, and you just it shuts off and it gets out of the way.
It's crazy. At times, it almost feels so intense that it needs to stop. It was a really unique experience. It's hard. I feel as if I'm still processing it.
I also wanted to hear from a medical doctor on whether this type of therapy is effective and is it safe.
Certain medical conditions like epilepsy, being exposed to flashing lights could be dangerous. If you've got some health condition, you take medications, check with your doctor first.
Dr. Keith Heinzerling's a physician and director of treatment and research in psychedelics at the Pacific Neuroscience Institute.
We do clinical trials of potential psychedelic medications to treat conditions like depression, anxiety, alcohol use disorder.
He says we know that psychedelic-assisted therapies like psilocybin appear to be working, but what about therapies that mimic the psychedelic experience without the drugs? The doctor says these new therapies may very well help people tap into the power of their own mind.
Some of these virtual reality or, experiential experiences that don't involve drugs, they probably do tap into the same thing.
The Reality Center sees what they describe as cutting-edge technology as a portal to healing like never before.
Some people have this incredible breakthrough in the way that they look at themselves. You are the medicine.
It's interesting, for sure, right? The Reality Center co-founders say they're actually speaking to school districts across the country to bring this technology to them. And in case you're wondering how much this costs, a half-hour session starts at $59. The wavetable and the vocal analysis 90-minute session, which is what you saw featured in this story, that is $299, or can go up to $299, but the first visit is $50 off for those more expensive therapy treatments. So that's the latest for now. I'm Christina Pascucci reporting. I will send it back to you in the studio.
How many treatments